I'm back with another Walking Dead Season 8. This is going to be talking about the second half of Season 8, Episode 9 through the finale. Sorry if I'm looking down. I'll have screenshots of this better, and yeah, I'm going to go through the synopsis they have recently released of the second half, the 8 episodes, 809 to 816 and so forth like that, but yeah. They have released the two of the titles, that's for episode 9 and episode 10. And the rest they haven't, but they have the synopsis of them and stuff. So I'm going to go through each one of them and think my thoughts and opinion about what could happen in these episodes and so forth like that. And yeah. But yeah, All Out War is going to end collusion. The war is going to be over. Time this season's over. It's not going to carry on to season 9 and so forth like that. But I think these episodes are going to be impacted really heavy, action packed, and try to include like the last 3 or 4 episodes, like 14 through the finale. That'd be probably try to wrap up the war and so forth like that. And yeah, and there's a lot of people talks about the reviews of it, especially in episode 9, about the whole Carl thing and so forth like that. But yeah, there's a lot of reviews that talking about these episodes are going to be really good compared what the other half is, the first half of season 8. And yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think this half probably a lot be kind of more better to wrap up with, see what's going to go forward after episode 9, because episode 9 of season 8 is going to be what's going to pull through what's going to happen for the rest of the other 7 episodes. So yeah, it's really going to be interesting in how episode 9 is going to have a feeling what the rest of the episode season is going to be. But yeah, it's extending long. It's 86 minutes long, and it comes back on February 25th. But yeah, let's dive into episode 9 of season 8. And it's called Honor, and this is Rick faces new difficult after the battle. Meanwhile, midway, the fight continues in other communities as Cold members face hard decisions. And like I say, I have a lot of predictions from the trailers, and a lot of the teasers and trailers they have came out with the last week since February. It's give us a lot of hint what the season is, and I think it's really cool. But yeah, I think this whole episode 9 is going to probably protect it of Carl. That's why it says honor. I think it's going to have to honor Carl, because this is the last episode for Carl and so forth like that, and see how Rick and Michonne and Carl, especially with Rick and Carl's last moments together, because Carl is it was the reason why Rick came from the coma, because that's how this whole Walking Dead prepared, with Rick trying to find his son and keeping him for surviving, so forth like that. And we see that moment, the last moments of Carl is dying, his last moments being lived. And it's interesting to see who's going to put him down. My opinion, it's going to be Rick, because it'd have to be between Rick and Michonne, because they're the ones carries him out of the sewer to the church where he will be the last moments for him. And I see that. I think Rick will. I don't know if Rick couldn't do it. I think Michonne could, because I don't think Rick or Michonne does not want Carl to turn to a walker. I don't see them to do that, but I see if Rick will put him down, because Rick brought him in this world with Lori, and I think Rick will do it, because I don't think Rick wants Carl to turn, but so forth like that. And besides, with the other communities, I think we see a lot of communities like Morgan and Carol try to rescue Keen and Ezekiel. We see a big battle with the kingdom, with the rescue of Keen and Ezekiel and so forth like that. And Yeah, that'd be like a interesting. That's what the episode will be, is to try to save Kitty Ziegler, and then all the kingdoms goes to the hilltop with Alexander goes to the hilltop. I don't per se see Alexander get to the hilltop to like probably episode 10 or 11, no further than 11, because we see in the teaser, in the trailer, that Daryl's leading the Alexander people through the woods because they don't want to be spotted by Negan and the Sabers. So they're going to have to do a back way to get to the hilltop, because hilltop's the only community is left. Because Alexander is gone. The kingdom will probably be going down after Carol and Morgan tries to rescue Kenny Ziegler, because there's a big battle with that deal. And yeah, I think we see more of the content of how they're going to save Kenny Ziegler. And then I can't think of the woman's name with helps Kenny Ziegler. I can't think of her name, but in the trailer she talks to Carol, and I think Carol tells her to get all the rest of the community from the kingdom, go to the hilltop, and then Carol and Morgan recuperate and get to Kenny Ziegler and then get there. And that's probably when we see Alexander. That probably I don't know if we see any of the sanctuary, but if we do, there'd probably be like a problem with that, with that stuff. I don't think we'll see no problem with the sanctuary, but we probably will, because Negan will talk to them. But I'll see sanctuary in a later episode. I don't think they'll be in the premiere, but my main focus in episode 9 is about Carl and the kingdom and stuff, and the aftermath was Carl. But yeah, and episode 10 is called The Lost and the Plunger, and it says groups unite forces and I can't say this word, convince, I don't know, on to the hilltop. Aaron and Ignis search for allies. And this is interesting too. It goes with episode 9, like I'm saying. It's probably Alexander and the kingdom will recuperate to the hilltop. And this is probably when Maggie and Carol finds out about Carl. They find out and it's devastating. Then we'll have to figure out a game plan. And I think with Enith and Aaron, they're still at the ocean side. And I think they're trying to, because Enith killed Cindy's grandmother, and they're trying to think of a plan to go see if the Oceanside will join. I think Oceanside will join our group to fight with Negan and them, because Cindy's grandma didn't want to because of what happened with them going against the Sabers before, because of their men and boys got killed, and then they went to hiding, and she was total against it in season 7. So, but yeah, I think because when we saw that episode, I can't think, it's 14 or 15 of season 7 when our group attacked the Oceanside for their guns. Cindy's grandmother Tanya was so against it, but I think some of the Oceanside people stuck for it, like Cindy, and there's 2 other girls was so with it. And we see that in the trailer, like they are with the idea of what Enith and Aaron's trying to tell them to join us, because we could take them down, you have a better life like we will, and you don't have to hide. And I think they will join Alexander and all them, I think. And then after that, I think Enith and Aaron will go back to the hilltop and eventually find out about Carl, because we see a couple clips of Aaron and Enith hugging. I think that could be 2 options for that clip. Is after Enith killed Tanya and Aaron's hugging her to comfort her, because that's probably Enith's first person that she accidentally killed. He's probably comforting her about that situation, or it could be because of Carl, because she found out about Carl. And we've seen another clip of Enid finding out about Carl's death, and I think Enid and Aaron will be back at the hilltop before Alexander arrived, because there's clips Enid and Carol together, and the next clip we see Carol upset, and then this is a clip of Enid finding out too. So my guess that Aaron and Enid will be at the hilltop, and maybe Oceanside might be there too. Maybe not. But yeah, I think that episode 10 is when everybody comes together. Besides Rick and Michonne, I don't think they'll be there. I think they come later on in the episode. But yeah, I think that's when everybody be at the hilltop. All Kingdom, Alexander, maybe Oceanside, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, all of them except Rick and Michonne, I think they're after Carl's death and taking out some of the herd in Alexander. I think they're going to the junkyard people, and we see that later on. We find out that the junkyard people are scavengers, whatever you want to call them, are eliminated except Jadis. Because of that, I have more in depth of that episode in the description. But yeah, let's dive into episode 11 of season 8. It hasn't had a title released yet, but here's the synopsis for it. It says Daryl finds himself in a bad situation as his group heads to the hilltop. Father Gabriel's faith gets tested. And that will go on to what I'm saying. I don't know if we see them getting in it. I don't know. It has to be, they have to be in episode 10 or 11. They get to the hilltop, like I'm saying. But yeah, I see Daryl is the lead, have to get Alexander to their one piece at a time, and it's going to be a difficult to get there, because they're going to have to go the back ways, and there might be some herds, and we see them going across I don't know if it's a creek or a little bitty stream or river. I don't think it's a river, but a stream or something like that. We see Sadiq and Daryl and Rosita, and I think a couple of the other Alexanders attacking them to kill them so they can cross. And we see with Dwight still there with them, and he probably have to go back to the sanctuary and so forth like that because of that, because they still don't trust Dwight 100%, because I don't know if they will ever trust him. I know Tara probably won't, because we see him and Tara having a deep problem with it, with Tara putting a gun to his head and all that, and we see him running and all that stuff. But yeah, I think, like I'm saying, is that I think Dwight will go back to the sanctuary, because I don't know if Laura is alive or dead or whatever. We see clips of him backing at the sanctuary, but yeah, I don't think that Dwight will stay with the group. I think he'll go back to the sanctuary because he can heads up or whatever. But yeah, I like to see more of Rosita, because she's not been there because the actor that plays Rosita, she had a baby and she couldn't do it for a while because she still had to from after giving birth. But yeah, it's interesting to see how Rosita plays out and all that war and so forth like that, and Tara and so forth like that. And it's interesting to see about that, but I think we won't see, I don't know what else would happen in episode 11. Maybe we see something about the sanctuary or the scavengers or something like that, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. In episode 12, it says Hilltop's leadership faces a difficult dilemma after arriving unexpected visitors. Rick comes face to face in Avatar. I think this episode, for episode 12, is probably when Simon and all the other sanctuaries finds out that Maggie ain't cooperating. This is probably a big sanctuary deal, because we see a lot of clips of Well, in the mid-season finale, Maggie shot somebody and put them in that box that Simon had, and she probably said she had some hostages from the sanctuary. And they probably saw that box and brought it back to Negan, and Negan killed that person because he's turned. And Negan's probably not happy because Simon was in charge with the Hilltop, and they probably going to have a big deal about that, and it's going to be a big problem with that. So yeah, I'm thinking we'll see mostly of the sanctuary, and then Rick, that's probably where we see the scavenge, and that we find that they're dead and so forth, and probably that's when Rick will go back to the Hilltop. And so for episode 13 is trouble arrived when unexpected visitors arrive to the Hilltop, and the community is in action, heartbreaking discovery are made. This is probably when Rick gets back to the Hilltop, and like I'm saying, this is probably going to be a little action battle between the Hilltop and the Alexander and the Kingdom. Our group will face Negan and them, and probably this is when Negan does the gut method for the comics. If you don't know, Negan covers the weapons and stuff with Walker guts and goes to the Hilltop and have an attack. And that's when Rick gets shot with the arrow. I like to see that. If Rick don't get it, I like to see somebody else gets it. But yeah, I like to see that with that. But yeah, I think we'll have a little miniature battle between Rick and the Sabers and our group. And the heartbreak, that's probably goes with the deal. And then episode 14 is a herb prisoner makes a discovery that Carol searched for someone in the near forest. Rick and Morgan finds himself in a community of strangers. That right there, it's interesting to see. I wonder what the prisoner is. And Carol searching for someone in the near forest. I don't know. That would be a good episode. Like, I wonder if Morgan and Rick go search for something and they run into somebody. I wonder if they run into Sabers or the Ocean. I don't know if the Oceanside will be there at the Hilltop by then, but if not, yeah, they might be. Rick and Morgan probably go find something and then get run into trouble, maybe possible as Sabers. But Carol, I don't know. Carol searched for someone in nearby forest. I don't know. It's getting me. That one gets me. I don't know. I don't know. That probably goes with maybe the Oceanside somehow. I don't know. That's a good question, that is. And then for 15, I think for 14, that's probably going to probably. I don't know. That episode's get me. It's interesting to see what's going on. And then for 15 is with threat of the Sabers are still looming. Aaron continues searching for allies. Daryl and Rosita takes action and comfort an old friend. That probably right there, maybe they might go with episode 14. They might try to find more people to, like, another community to help fight against the war. If it ain't Oceanside, it ain't gonna convince. Maybe they find some other people or another group comes because of the junkyard people are eliminated somehow in one of these episodes, so they're eliminated. So probably Carol found somebody in the woods or something like that. Maybe Morgan and Rick does, and looks like episode 15 looks like Aaron is still continuing for searching for allies. Maybe this is for Oceanside. If Oceanside don't join in at first, maybe Aaron goes back trying to convince them again or something. And we'll probably see more threat with the Sanctuary, because if they don't attack them with the Walker guts early on in the episode, I think they will. And they'll probably come back and incorporate and think of a big game plan, probably the last big fight. And yeah, I think that. And then Rosita and Daryl, this is probably with Dwight. If Laura's not there and not blown up their mission, it might be Dwight, it might be Eugene. Maybe Eugene turns and talks, maybe change your heart and then say, I realize I'm going to be on the group that I know for a while. And then the Sabres, maybe Eugene changes his mind, joins our group, or it could be Dwight. That'd be the two options, I think, if an old friend. That's between them two. I don't think ain't nobody else, but yeah. And then for the season finale for episode 16 is the community joins forces for the last stand against the Sabres as All Out War unfolds. That probably right there will be the conclusion of what's going on. Right there, I think. That's probably the spoiler alert for that will be when Negan and them comes there and tries to end the war, and there's everybody, and then Rick comes out, and how Negan lives. And well, that's how he lives in the comics. That's probably why he lives in the finale, the end of the war, and that's probably what Rick probably changes his mind probably in episode 15 or 16 one. Probably in 16 he's going to realize I'm not going to kill Negan. What Carl says means true. Keep him alive and all that. And he probably, that's when Rick does change his mind and don't kill Negan. But yeah, that's probably how it's going to play out. And then when Negan get passed out, Rick pass out, and then they save Negan, then Rick's going to come in there to Negan, tells him you're going to be, for the rest of your life, you're going to be in prison, you're going to die as a rock on man. And that's probably how the conclusion of the finale is going to be, and so far like that. But yeah, I think episode 16 and the mid-season premiere will be the top main ones. And so far like that, and that's probably when Rick probably has some flashbacks of Carl, what Carl said in his last moments, and have Carl's letters and so forth like that. And yeah, it's gonna be a impactful 8 episodes. So they're gonna have to wrap it up, and I think whatever the episode 9 is and what the finale is, it's gonna be the big 2 point of the second half, and whatever's in the battle between them. But yeah, whatever 9 and 16 is, it's going to be the big pack. I want to hear your thoughts. What you think of these synopsis? What you think what's going to happen in the second half? But yeah, I'm just want to see how it goes. I'm still not agreeing with what they're saying about Carl, but we have to get over the hump and see how it's going to do. You can't be at the wall, at the bottom of the hill, and don't want to see what's going on over the hill. And yeah, I want to hear your thoughts and opinion about this. Leave your comments below and give us a big thumbs up. And I want to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.